welcome back to 52 Weeks of Vlogging. This is the 7th of our critical analysis of The Great Gatsby, in which we look at Chapter 7, in which it all comes to a head! Now before we get to that, I want to call your attention to that moment when Tom, upon realizing that Gatsby is attempting to take possession of his wife, in both the metaphorical and emotional sense, in terms of getting her to fall in love with him, and also in the literal physical sense of, you know, touching her in all her warm and sensitive places, immediately reacts by taking physical, actual possession of Gatsby's car. This is the kind of insightful characterization that makes great books great. But back to when it all comes to a head. Okay, so the jig is up. Tom knows what's going on. Gatsby and Daisy basically just come out and tell him what's going on. And then things start to go very, very badly for Gatsby, because this is when we find out, thanks to Tom's research on his background, that Wolfsheim and those mysterious calls from Chicago and the connections that keep getting mentioned might kind of sort of actually mean the thing that we kind of sort of thought they meant way back in Chapter 4. Daisy, despite having attended many of Gatsby's parties redolent with free-flowing booze, is shocked and appalled to find that some of Gatsby's money came from actually selling said booze. Meanwhile, Gatsby is equally shocked and appalled to find that when Daisy married Tom, she might actually kind of sort of have loved the guy. And the magical castle the two of them built in the sky is silently but swiftly crumbling around them. Now I basically get two things from all of this. First of all, duh. I mean, for all of their respective ambition towards love or money or status or whatever it is that Gatsby and Daisy both have ambitions towards, they also have this in common. They're both really blind to the painfully, extraordinarily obvious. And secondly, it exposes a curious double standard on Tom and Daisy's part, which I think applies to a lot of people today. I mean, the two of them consume a shit ton of booze. Just look at their parties and their flats in New York and all the rest of it, and they must be buying it from somebody. To revile the person who sells it to them, and of course obviously to other people as well, shows an interesting lack of morality and higher level thinking. I mean, that's like people today saying sweatshops are bad and immoral and nobody should support them, and then turning around and shopping all the time at places like Walmart and the Gap and Dollarama. Wait a minute! The Great Gatsby is relevant now? Yes, The Great Gatsby is relevant now. And not just because it forces us to re-examine society's double standards, but we'll get back to those other reasons later. For now, a question. Why is it significant that Daisy was the one driving the car when Myrtle was killed? Put your response in the comments. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.